Mumekataa kupangwa? Mutajipanga wenyewe? Mimi nataka niwaambie mambo matatu. Kwanza, tumesema kama Kenya Kwanza tunaanza kwa kubadilisha uchumi wa Kenya. Wale wenzetu, wale tunashindana na wao, wanasema wanakuja kubadilisha katiba, wajiongezee vyeo, wajiongezee mamlaka. Sisi tumewaambia wangoje kwanza tubadilishe uchumi, wananchi wafaidike. Na tumesema mambo matatu. Ya kwanza, tunabadilisha uchumi, tupunguze gharama ya maisha. Tunaelewana? Mimi nauliza nyinyi, si hawa wa jamaa wa handshake, si ndio wako Azimio? Handshake si ni Azimio? Miaka 4, miaka 5 wamekuwa wakiendesha serikali ya handshake. Bei ya unga imeshuka, imepanda. Saa hizi nasikia watu wa handshake wanatuambia ati watabadilisha bei ya vyakula. Wamengojea nini miaka 4? Wananchi wamehangaika. Saa hizi kabla ya uchaguzi wanasema watapunguza gharama ya maisha. Si hawa watu wanataka kututapeli? Si wanatubeba ufala? Ni kweli ama si kweli? Sisi tumesema bei ya unga kabla ya handshake ilikuwa shilingi 90. Bei ya unga saa hizi imefika 200 ikienda mbele. Hata wananchi wa hapa Juja, jamaa moja hapa ameniambia bei ya unga karibu imepita bei ya sufuria.
To tell you, the people of Nairobi, they said this was a constitutional moment. We told them no, this is an economic moment. They told us it is about changing the constitution. We told them no, it is about changing the economy. They told us it is about sharing positions. We told them no, it is about creating jobs for the young people of our nation. They told us it is about sharing power amongst those in power and those who can access power. We told them no, it is about the empowerment of Mama Mboga, the empowerment of the boda gentleman, the empowerment of the hustlers, the empowerment of the ordinary citizen. It is not about sharing power. They told us it is about leaders. We told them it's about the people. We told them it is about the people. We will tell them it is about the people. And on Tuesday, it is going to be about the people. Tunaelewana jameni? Tunaelewana jameni? And that is why I stand on this podium today to tell the living below the poverty line, we have the plan to grow more food. We have the plan on subsidized fertilizer. We have the plan on subsidized seeds. We have the plan on irrigation. And that is the Kenya Kwanza plan. Tuko pamoja jameni. Tuko pamoja. I want to tell the young people of our country, you will not trek the streets again. You will not wander in our markets again. We have a Marshall Plan on youth employment. We will deploy every year 200 billion Kenya shillings so that we can raise our textile industry, our leather industry, our wood industry, in agro-processing, in value addition, in manufacturing, in housing, so that we can create opportunities, we can create jobs for millions of young people today who are out of school, out of college, yet they have degrees and diplomas and certificates, yet they are meaningless because they have no opportunities in a country they call home. And that is why the young people of our country, vijana muko, vijana wa Nairobi muko, kwamba tutakuwa na hustler fund ambayo itamuwezesha kila Mkenya, mama mboga akiweko, mtu wa saluna akiweko, jamaa wa bodaboda akiweko katika ile mpango yetu, ili unaweza kupata pesa ya kuinua biashara yako. Hamutasumbuliwa tena na mashailo, hamutahangaishwa tena na fuliza. Mutakuwa na pesa ya serikali ya kuinua biashara zenu, pesa ambayo haitakuwa na riba, pesa ambayo hautaitishwa security. Wewe bora wewe ni mwanachama wa sako, bora wewe ni mwanachama wa kikundi, bora wewe ni mwanachama wa cooperative, utapata pesa ya serikali bilioni 50 ambayo tutatumia kuinua biashara ya kila Mkenya, ili tuweze kufukuza umaskini pale mashinani katika mpango yetu ya bottom up. Bottom up. Bottom. Hebu nione wangwana wa bottom up. Tumekubaliana, tuko pamoja. Pia tunawaambia hamutauza mali yenu tena kwenda kulipa gharama ya hospitali. Tumekubaliana tutakuwa na bima ya afya ambayo itajumuisha Wakenya wote, na kila Mkenya ataweza kwenda hospitali atibiwe na aende nyumbani bila ya kuulizwa pesa yoyote, kwa sababu gharama ya hospitali italipwa na bima ya afya ambayo itasimamiwa na serikali ya Kenya na kujumuisha Wakenya wote katika taifa letu la Kenya. Wakenya mko? Tunaelewana
ya kwamba kila mjumbe ajulikane amepiga kura wapi. Mimi nangojea mbunge mwenye anaenda kupiga kura ati kupinga mpango ya serikali kuwapatia hawa vijana ambao waliwapigia kura ati ajira. So mimi nangojea wale watu wataenda bunge kupinga ile kazi tunataka kupangia wale, na nijua watakuja kusimama wapi. Nakubaliana na mambo ya housing. Shida tu wako naye ni kwamba sio wao wanatekeleza.
Tupewe heshima.
Hebu changamuka PPK.
Tupewe heshima.
PPK kwa mara ya mwisho.
Tupewe heshima bana.
Asante sana kunipea hii fursa kuongelea maneno ambayo yanatumiza hii Kenya yetu. Ya kwanza mimi ndauliza serikali. Ruto alisema ya kwamba akishapita aapishwe ataangalia mambo ya wanapotapota, mama mboga, watu ambao tuko chini. Maisha saa hii tukiangalia kila mtu, hata mimi sikuwa hivi wakati Uhuru, nimekonda kwa sababu ya maisha ya Ruto.
Wanafunzi mwani imani mnaweka jamu ya watoto gari tuwaongea mbele.
Sheria fulani ndio tuhakikisha kwamba hilo tendo inafanyika. Sasa tumeipanga vizuri. Tumehakikisha ya kwamba hiyo iko katika budget yetu, umeona waziwazi, na vile vile tumesema tutachukua ile pesa ambayo tunatumia tunaokota ushuru kutoka mambo ya kerosene, tutaitumia kusecuritize, ndio tupunguze gharama ya mtungi ya gesi. In fact, when I came into office, I found a huge crisis of fuel. In fact, before even I came here, immediately the results were announced. Amongst the first people to come and see me were oil marketers. And they told me, we are in a crisis. We are going to have a stock out because we cannot have fuel. Government has told us to sell fuel subsidized, but they haven't paid us. The government owes us 65 billion. So that whole subsidy story you hear, it was just a pledge. So I found that we had 65 billion shilling subsidy to pay. Meanwhile, our financial situation was very bad. And by the way, that subsidy was accumulating at 15 billion shillings every month. An issue there. So when I came into office also, I found that we had commitments of 900 billion Kenya shillings on the roads. 900 billion. I have tried to work with the
various departments, Kera, Kura, Kenha, to try and understand how do we manage this 900 billion. We've tried to cut it down. We've tried to stop some of the roads that have not started. We've died. But we still remain with close to about 680 billion that we have to manage. If I have to complete these roads, I need extra money to do it. And every place I go, I was yesterday in Nyandarua. Communities, people, leaders tell us, we need a road here, Mr. President, we need a road here. We need to finish the Mau Mau roads. You need to finish this. You need to do this. We need an extra road. They were even telling me there is a road called Kinamba to some place. So that whole equation changed. But what have I done? I have said yes. We're going to increase the VAT by 8% for two reasons. Number one, because having differential rates, one at 8%, others at 16%, poses a problem, an integrity problem. People use it as a loophole to manipulate numbers, VAT in, VAT out. So the advice that my economic team working with Treasury gave was we must eliminate this loophole that people are exploiting, number one. Number two, this 8% that we are adding is going to give us about 50 billion shillings. It will begin to deal with the problem of roads across the country.
Okay.
But what have I done to balance it out? Because I made a commitment that we need to relook, right? I have removed on the same fuel, as we add 8%, I have removed road 3.5% road development levy from fuel. I have removed 2% of IDF on the same fuel. And to balance it out, because it is the same Kenyan who is going to pay from their pocket, I have removed VAT 8% on gas. And I have removed other taxes that I'm going to explain to you, about 14 other taxes that I have removed to try and even so that we have a balanced budget.
Okay. We'll talk about the other taxes as proposed in the finance bill, which will come before Parliament. But you have mentioned that there is a team of economic advisors.
Right.
David Ndii has been in your campaign team throughout the campaign before the elections. So is the current National Treasury Cabinet Secretary, Professor Njuguna Ndung'u. When you came to the presidential debate and you made the remarks on the 26th of July, which I quoted you verbatim, I think you said majority of taxes that are in that bracket, 15 almost you said, but we need to integrate at least these 15 different types of taxes. Did they not advise you, or you did not take the advice?
Precisely, if you heard me clearly, there are many other taxes that we have since removed. So you must look at it in context. Yeah? What my economic team advised that time is that we need to relook at these taxes. When we came into government, we found a situation. The country was in a crisis. And by the way, I have had to make very difficult decisions. In fact, coming into office, I had to cancel the borrowing of about 300 billion shillings that the intention was to borrow that would have taken the country down the cliff. I had to step in and stop many of the subsidies that were being dished left, right, and center. I had to make many changes. I had to reorganize the whole budget because we found a country headed and sliding into bankruptcy. And so when you find that kind of situation, you have to deal with the situation with the urgency and with the acuteness of thinking that is required.
Okay.
Yeah? You don't operate outside a context. So the question that you have asked me, did we remove some? Did we look at the fuel issue? Yes. We said, while it is true that we have a crisis and we have to deal with a pending bill of 700 billion for the roads that we have, while it is also true that we have to look at what additionally we can do, but we need to put a relief on Kenyans.
Okay.
That's why, apart from, and you know the reason why the tax on the VAT on fuel or petroleum products is much more attractive is because it is spread across all Kenyans. So everybody carries a small bit of it.
Okay.
But we have also knocked down other taxes from the same fuel, as I have told you. IDF we have taken down, road development levy we've taken it down, and a host of other taxes that we have taken down.
Okay. Final question on this. This is an issue, Mr. President, which dates back to 2013 as a condition by the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, in which then the leader of the majority party, the current defense CS who sits in cabinet, Adan Duale, said that the 181 MPs have been convinced by the party leadership, the President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto, on the rationale of the 8% VAT on petroleum products. He continued, 181 is a very big number and will convince our members. And this being a precautionary facility by the IMF, can you tell the Kenyan people that there is no extra hand of pressure on the Kenyan government by the International Monetary Fund?
My good friend, the International Monetary Fund does not run the government of Kenya. I do.